So, when you're an empath, there tends to be many hurdles to overcome in life. And because of this, it is important to make sure we know where any empath imbalances lie so that they don't cause any more unnecessary difficulties. However, as you've probably already found out for yourself, it can be tricky to determine if something is a human physical problem or if it's something caused by an empath trait that's gone awry. So today I'm going to take you through 8 common signs of an empath imbalance, what may be causing them, and some simple ways in which you can begin to make yourself feel more like you again. Now, number one is your intuition is off. Now, something all empaths have is very good intuition or gut skills. Now, when I say gut skills, I mean not only having powerful intuitive feelings within the gut in regards to a situation or person, but also having the ability to read them. However, when you're out of balance as an empath, those intuitive abilities just won't serve you. Now, number two is you get angry when around people. Just because you're an empath does not make you a saint, and you will still get angry and you will still have negative feelings. However, when you are out of balance, you will get angry or resentful when anyone comes uninvited within your energy bubble, but especially strangers and those you may randomly come across when out and about. So, generally, when you rebalance and reground yourself, these aggressive feelings just go away. Number three, you feel super tired after spending any time in public. Now, one thing we all know as empaths is that being in public for a great deal of time can become draining to our physical and mental health. However, when out of balance, this happens after only a very short time. So, for example, you may go to the shops feeling all bright and perky. You come home 30 minutes later feeling drained and wiped out. And this is not normal. Again, this can happen because you are just lapping up too much energy from others. Number four, you draw in toxic people. When you're out of balance, you have the tendency to lift a lot of negative emotional from the world around you, so that you then attract in people who match this vibration, including people you might consider to be toxic. We tend to think if we can change our way of thinking, it will change our energy to more positive. And yes, that will certainly help. But more often than not, we need to take a look at anything that is triggering us and remove it from our life before we will see a real shift in our energy. Now, number five, you only notice the negative traits in others. So when you're in a dark place or when you're unbalanced, you tend to see only the negative in the world and not the positive. Now, the world is a very weird place at the moment, as you all know, and we're having all sorts of negativity fired at us by the media. And this in itself can massively impact you as an empath, meaning you start seeing and feeling negativity everywhere. So try a few days away from all online media, and this will often be enough to reset the way you feel. Number six, you experience weird body aches when you're around people. When out of balance, you may notice more bodily aches and pains, especially when around people. And it's almost like an allergic reaction. And this could be caused by a physical issue, but if it only happens when around certain people, it is often a sign of being ungrounded. That said, it could be also a warning sign to tell you that this person or environment is not good for your health. Number seven, you always avoid spending time with people. So when you're out of balance, the last thing you want to do is be around others, even good people. You want to stay locked up in your own little world. Now, although many empaths may avoid certain people because of the energy they emit, when imbalances are present, they often don't want to be around anyone. And even though we can all go through times of hibernation and people avoidance, it can be a way to nurture our wounds and reset. But if it doesn't let up, it could be a good time for an empath reset. Number eight, your brain goes into a fog. Now, often when you've taken on too much energy as an empath, your mind gets scrambled and it can feel like a dense fog has shrouded your mind. And I understand that brain fog can be caused by many things, particularly hormonal issues, but it is also an empath trait, especially when you are ungrounded. Generally, when you reground, the symptom of empath brain fog goes away. And simple ways to do that is to get out in nature or use a grounding crystal such as black tourmaline, or simply stand on your lawn for 10 to 20 minutes. Now, although this video is about empath imbalances, there is so often a crossover between physical and energetic misalignments. But how would you know either way? So, generally, if you work on grounding and resetting and you still suffer with the aforementioned issues, it is probably a mix of human and empath issues, meaning an energetic imbalance has affected the physical body or vice versa. So there are hundreds of posts on my blog, all written to help you live a happy empath life. So I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to head over there and learn more about how you can live your best life as an empath.